Hey everybody, I gotta get these videos in when I can, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so review on Wet n Wild's I Heart Matte palette. I know a lot of you guys have been saying this palette has been few and far between. You really can't find it. Where I found mine, of course, you know this palette is exclusive only to Walgreens. Wet n Wild does have some other holiday glitter creams and things like that that you can find at CVS, but this I Heart Matte palette is a Walgreens only exclusive, okay? Came out maybe, again, about a month or two ago. This started servicing in different areas. And since then, your girl has been on the what? The H-U-N-T for y'all, all right? Understand me, the hunt. Now it's to the point to every time I walk into a Walgreens, I'm going straight to look for these daggone I Heart Matte palettes, because overall, it is a very good, cheap dupe palette for a lot of your MAC favorites like you wouldn't believe, okay? If you want some nice mattes for a little bit of nothing, $5, come on. And if you can get a BOGO, psh, you in there. So I just want to give you my take on the I Heart Matte palette. I'm going to show you some swatches, and I'm also going to show you some MAC dupes. So if you have one or the other, you don't need, you know, to each his own on that. And I'm also going to have a future giveaway for you guys. I have 5 palettes to give away. And of course that's going to come, well, I'll take that back. I have 5 palettes that I'm going to give away in a contest video, okay? You're going to have to do something, okay? You want something, you're going to have to do something, okay? But that's going to be in a future video. Let me just get to the review and the dupes of this video. Let's go. All right, you guys, so the I Heart Matte palette is a 8-pan palette of shadows, all matte shadows. And they don't have numbers or anything on them. Only thing they have are numbers, so yeah. But it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what's what on this. So you have your white, you have a mint green, a deep teal, a purple that I found almost hard to dupe, but I got you. A tan color that looks ashy on brown girls, FYI. You have a like a soft brown color. You have, of course, your infamous crease color and just your basic black. All right, so here are the swatches here on my hand. They have been swatched, applied, patted on with a brush, no base, okay? So this is how the colors actually look on my skin tone, which is NW45 and C50, if you're matte girls. Now, if you're lighter than that, if you're a clear girl, olive skin complexion, I can't tell you what these look like, but I'm sure you can see other videos where you can see the intensity of the swatches. So very good quality there. This blue is what I'm actually rocking on my lid. So yeah, I wore that today specifically in my makeup. As you already know, I do my makeup early in the morning and it's late at night. So this makeup has been on for well over 12 hours. Okay, so it does have some staying power after it's applied over a base. So yeah, here are the colors. So let's get to some dupes. All right, you guys, in the middle we have the white color from the I Heart Matte palette. On the right is Jane, a brand that you can find at Rite Aid, also a drugstore brand, Hip Bone. And on the left, from the Wet n Wild previous palette, the Pride palette, this white right here, if you have that, it's a dead-on dupe. Same product, same company. So these two would be more, but if you didn't, you know, have either one of these palettes, then try to go for and just build up the color on the Jane Hip Bone. Okay, you guys, the next color in the roundup is the green from the I Heart Matte palette right here in the middle. Swatched right next to MAC's Newly Minted. Very, very similar. As well, the Wet n Wild Pride palette also has this very same green in there. So if you didn't get a chance to get your hands on the I Heart Matte palette and you have the Pride palette, it's the very same green. Or if you have MAC's Newly Minted, it is the same thing, okay? Shout out to SP. All right, you guys, next color is the blue color that's in the I Heart Matte palette on the left. And to your right is Milani color Atlantis, okay? Looks like this. Turquoise blue here. Now I couldn't find in my collection that I have here any other color in any other Wet n Wild that I own, okay? So that's why I had to go to a Milani dupe, again on this color Atlantis. So there you have it. Okay, you guys, the next color is the purple color in the I Heart Matte palette. On the left you have the I Heart Matte palette, purple. And to the right of that, you have what I felt was a very close similarity, which was MAC's Violet Trance eyeshadow. So if you have Violet Trance, you know, it's very similar there. This one, the Violet Trance is a little bit more blue based. So, and here's that color right here. So again, it's not a direct dupe, but very quite similar. All right, you guys, so for that pale tannish color, I did not have anything in my matte collection that was comparable, only because that's not a color that I would ever use, honestly, to put on any part of my eye, because it's not flattering to my skin tone, in my opinion. So what I did was compared it here, which is right here, to Wet n Wild's other two palettes. So if you have the Vanity palette, which is right here, and if you have the Greed palette, is right here. So it's the same exact color, depending on intensity. The Vanity palette, you know, looked a little different quite, but if you have any of those other two Wet n Wild palettes, you have that color as well. The next color is the tan or light brown, light tannish color in the I Heart Matte palette. On the right of that, you will find MAC's Soft Brown. Or actually, I think that might be Tete-a-Tente. It is Tete-a-Tente, my bad. I probably could get you one more dupe and go ahead and say that the soft brown would be like that as well, but MAC's Tete-a-Tente to the right. And if you have the previous Wet n Wild Greed palette, you have that very same color in there. Again, it is the same thing, okay? The next color is the reddish darkened brown that's in the I Heart Matte palette right here in the middle. To the left of that, of course, your good old-fashioned Wet n Wild Vanity palette is the same brown in there. And I've compared those two Wet n Wild browns to MAC's Embark, okay? So those are dead-on dupes for each other. And lastly, we got, you guys, we have the matte black right here in the middle from the I Heart Matte palette. I have compared that, of course, to MAC's Carbon. Hello. So you have a very good color choice there. If you're wondering whether or not Wet n Wild previously came out with that black, I mean, blacks, to me, I have a love-hate relationship for them. They're easy, dupeable, buildable, but once you find a very good one, stick with it and roll with the punches. This one on the left is the same one that is in the Greed palette. So Greed here, I Heart Matte, Carbon, MAC's Carbon Black. All right, you guys, so there you have my take on the I Heart Matte palettes. If you can find them in your area, do so, snatch them up, wait for a BOGO to be your ultimate best bet. And just stay tuned to this channel because I'm gonna be having a giveaway really soon. Contest giveaway, that is. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Bye.